What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush, Let's Talk Jets Radio. I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, everything else. Enjoy those times with family and friends. It's a festive time of year. It's not time to be dwelling on negativity or football or anything else. This video is kind of in response to some of these campaigns against Adam Gase that I think have just crossed the line and gotten to ridiculous levels. It's obvious in this day and age that negativity sells in the media. You see it where people they love it. That's what sells, and people take advantage of it. And, Manish Mehta's recent article about Gase and these sources and how he's a rich kid and he hates the fans. I mean, listen, nobody likes Adam Gase. I mean, most fans want him gone. But the fact of the matter is he's coming back next year. And the fact of the matter is his team's playing hard for him. They've done some positive things. It's not ideal. It's not perfect. It's not what we want, but he's coming back. And these bashing articles and all these things going on with the billboards and planes, if anything, it's probably making Jets ownership, stand pat and hold their ground. Like, we are not going to react to fans and make a firing. We're not going to react to immediate pressure and do something. So, if anything, it could have the reverse effect and make this team united and make them stronger as a front. So, I think it's ridiculous. It's pathetic, to be honest with you. Dude, listen, he's a public figure. He's all this, but some of these personal attacks have gotten to just a new level of nonsense, and it's just embarrassing. As a writer, you should be embarrassed. As a newspaper, you should be embarrassed to print it. All it reeks of, it's desperation. It's desperate for attention. It's desperate for clicks. It's desperate for a lot of things. It really serves no purpose. And as fans, you got to start realizing stop giving into it. And it's unfortunate. The other story is how this Jets-Bills game, if the Jets go 7-9, how it sets this team good up for next year. And to me, that could not be further from the truth. Yes, it would be nice to go to 7-9. You're going to beat a team that's playing for nothing. It's a road game, all these things. But let's be honest. This team is going to go through so much change off the field, with the roster and everything else, that next year is going to be a whole new season. So it really doesn't mean anything. You want to have building blocks to say players that you say, okay, listen, you're part of our core nucleus for next year. So if you bring back Robbie Anderson and Jordan Jacobs, things like that, you're identifying these guys. But what that translates into next year is we have no idea. The first question is Greg Williams coming back as defensive coordinator, or does somebody else hire him? If he leaves, the team is completely different. How does the draft go? How do you rebuild your offensive line? Who's your receivers? Who's your pass rusher? All these things. So winning 7 games this year means nothing for next year. There's absolutely nothing. It keeps Adam Gase as a coach. It may help you, identify players like I mentioned, but that's really it. We've been sold this for so many years, next year's the year. We heard under Rex, we heard under Bowles, when they brought back Fitzpatrick, all these things. We've learned this already. So for me, this was a wasted year. It was Adam Gase's first year. Sam Darnold showed some things, but we expected so much more that we didn't get. And now we got to hope that Joe Douglas knows what he's doing and that this team can put together a plan and a blueprint to have a successful competitive year next year. You'd like to hear ownership give a playoff mandate. They've never done that before. I have no idea why. That's part of the problem with accountability and everything else. But, listen, as a fan, and I'm a fan, man. I just want to see him beat the Bills, 7-9, move on, and I can enjoy playoff football with other teams, and that's it. To sit here and harp on things and dwell on things, and he hasn't done this, and they haven't done that, it is what it is. The season's over, and it's time for everybody to move on and embrace the draft and free agency and hope and pray that the football gods get this team back on the right track where they could be in a playoff hunt next year. But there's nothing guaranteed going into the season. And the other thing is we have absolutely no idea what Joe Douglas is. He's been anointed a savior and a hero, and he hasn't done one damn thing. He made some good moves, made some bad moves. So he has a lot to prove to this team on and off the field, how he's going to handle things. So a lot of unknowns, a lot of uncertainty. Nothing is guaranteed and nothing is given. So enjoy the game on Sunday. Hope they win. 7-9 means nothing for next year, and that's it. And do a better job, media, man. Some of these articles, damn, don't be that desperate for clicks. Have some integrity and some pride. Happy holidays.